Anywhere the wind blows, it blows right back to me.
I want to know who did that song.
It was a show called Renegade. When I was growing up.
He
was a guy on
was a cop and good at his job.
I don't know if he was a cop, but he used to have a motorbike.
Do you know if he was good at his job?
But he was good at his job. Anywhere the wind blows on the bike.
Starting.
Okay, an iPhone.
Salutation. No, I want you to start.
You want me to start? First of all, I have a click sound. Like I don't know how to say hello, hello, hello. Hi guys, welcome to.
You people who like saying do as I say, not as I do. She hates me saying hi guys.
But just say it, it's comfortable.
Hello, welcome back to Evolve Tete. This is Jela, Sajela on all social media platforms.
My name is Fez, 3 Fez on Instagram, 3 Fez on Snapchat.
She ain't got a Twitter, so
I used to have Twitter and then
use 2 keywords.
You need your Twitter back, and my name is Miss Lidan on Twitter, on Facebook, and on Instagram. Plus on Snapchat, plus on Trello, plus on TikTok. Plus, oh my God, I'm everywhere, but I don't do much.
hello. I could have never prepared for that.
Okay, you win. You win this one.
Anyway, so guys, we have generally been discussing so many things to do with adulting. Basically, that's what we want to discuss on all of the episodes that Evolve Tete brings you. It's really just a do better manual. Like if we could just write a book and
tell you adulting is not what it was supposed to be, or it's not what it looked like, it would be good. Adulting was supposed to be easy.
It was supposed to be.
Let me tell you, that day Eve ate that apple.
That was the beginning of the
First
end.
of all, I don't think she ate that apple. This gender, I don't think she ate that apple, but the gender said she did, so she did.
The gender that betrayed Jesus.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, so today we would like to discuss our relationships, right? Okay, so I think maybe there'll be another episode that will come after this in regard to that. So maybe we say we're starting like a relationship series and not love affairs and stuff like that, because we won't finish with those words. But okay, so people pleasing, like the people around us, do they foster our development or or do they hinder us, right? So now, people pleasing, go.
I don't think when you're a people pleaser, you're going to develop.
What's a people pleaser to begin with?
Someone who goes out of their way to make the other people happy, but they're not happy themselves. I think if you're a people pleaser, you have low self-esteem and insecurities. That's all. You can't be pleasing people all the time. Why are you even pleasing people to begin with?
I call them the yes.
Yes men. Yeah.
Yeah, the yes.
I think
let's go hang out. Yes. Let's go on a road trip. Yes.
Whether you can
whether you have the money, whether you have the time, you're just a yes.
But don't you realize that when you go on this, when you agree to these things, you become a burden, and then in due time, the people that you're constantly saying yes to don't even really want to associate with you because you're now a burden. Yes, you come along, but you're not pitching in anywhere. And sometimes you might not be honest enough or open enough to say, listen, I can't come. No, I can't come because I don't have this, that. Then leave it to the other person to say, you come, I'll pay your way.
Then that's why we said people pleasing, because usually we don't have, but we say yes too.
Okay.
And then the former makes us fear to say I don't have much, so I won't come. And then you start asking, how will they see me that I've not gone there? Insecurity.
And if you realize something, yes people, they come to where we are. They don't have money, and they sit down like this. And then it's up to you, the ones with the money.
You get uncomfortable.
You get uncomfortable. So you're like, you know what? Yo, D, are you okay? You don't have a drink. Oh yeah,
I'm cool.
Get a drink. Like, you know what? Wait. You find yourself now ordering for them, and that's what they're waiting for. So if you notice that your friends are not calling you for any plans after some time, Just know they're tired of you and you not having your own money and telling them, yeah, they're tired of yes.
Well, in a nutshell. So thank you guys. There we have it.
They're tired of you. No, because we have certain friends.
Yeah.
And I know you want to hang out with the people where it's happening and all that. But you're not helping in anything. You don't help in the topic on the table. You don't help to pay for the bills. You don't help to put fuel. You don't even help to drop off somebody. Like how me perhaps you don't drop me FM even though I'm putting fuel for you. So why bother come and mess up the whole And then you have other friends who will tell you, listen, I don't have the time to come right now, maybe next time. Or a friend who will tell you, listen, I want to hang out with you people, but I do not have the time. Then a friend will tell you, but what exactly are we doing? Like, what's the agenda of this link up? Are we just coming to eat?
There are not many people that do that. Not many people will be like, so why? Like, okay, this is a plan, but why? What's the purpose of this plan? You get what I mean?
Yeah.
And then usually if there's the one person who says, what's the purpose of this plan? You show off.
No, not necessarily. I don't feel like that's being a show.
You're rude.
But I think you're seen as rude, not a show.
And you're not really being rude. There has to be a purpose.
I think that our culture, basically, like our the way that we socialize, like our social culture, being outspoken is mistaken for being rude. And yet, because the social scene, obviously, there's so many people that, like, it's peas in a pot. We're so many out here on the social scene doing what at any given point in time. I'm not saying like we all go out, we all do the same things. But generally speaking, if you think about any things, going to the theater, going to the cinema, hanging out, going to bars, going to eat, going to brunch, if you put all of that together, right? We're just so many people doing all of these things that if you speak up, like it just feels like, why would you dare?
She did not.
And yet really, at the end of the day, I remember back in the day, like when I'd go to my dad's office to beg for some pocket money. So back in the day, because now I'm independent and stuff. Back in the day, there used to be a calendar. I remember it was a shell calendar. It had like little figures, like drawn, like cartoons of different people. It was like, you see, when you look at this picture, it's one picture and you can see that there's so many people, right? But for these people to be together as one picture, like it takes one person and then two and then three and then four and then it's a collective. It's like, but don't forget that at the end of the day, each of these characters is an individual. Like it's one person. You're a statistic. You as you. You know what I mean? So now if I'm speaking up because I feel like we should normalize being deliberate with what we want to do for ourselves. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
But because that's seen as being, she's such a drag. She's always complaining. I'm not complaining. I just need to know that the place suits me.
There's a friend I met and they told me I was so uptight because I always asked.
No, Jayla just has a resting bitch face. Are we allowed to say that? But you're not uptight.
It's a friend.
You really when you're working, when you're working, you come to work.
He told me, I thought you were too serious and uptight and you're a no-nonsense person. Yes, I'm a no-nonsense person.
Is that a good or bad thing? I'm confused. Like, I usually ask, like, I'm sorry, I'm confused. Is that good or bad?
I asked and they were like, well, I figured you're too serious for life.
Or did they ask
life
at your
is
age?
Quite serious.
Yes.
Now, that's what even irritates me the most. What do you mean at my age? In fact, I am late because the boy child already began a long time ago hustling.
Oh, yes.
He's already been told in the house, you're the man of this house.
Yeah.
You're supposed to provide.
I am 25. Then you're telling me I'm
preaching at this time. Let's have a collection bag for Didan.
Digressing in the area.
Minister Didan of the First Baptist Church.
Amen. I shut it up. Anyway,
you're out here just preaching.
I hate
that statement is annoying.
Hate is a very strong word. No,
I need her to say it again. The whole boy child thing. Please say that again.
Yeah, the thing is, the boy child has already been brought up to be told you're the one who's going to run this family.
Yeah.
The boy child from the time he's 10 has to learn how to start earning money and hustle. Then the girl child is told, no, they'll take care of you. So now when you grow up, and then you realize adulting is not really what it was.
Yeah.
It looked like when you were kids. It's not that funky. Now you have to work. Somebody has the audacity of telling you, you're too serious
for your age. There's an
At what age is someone supposed to be serious? or at what age is someone supposed to be playing, or because she's going to reach 30 and then they'll tell her, at your age and you're still playing around like this. You know what I mean?
It really can be. Let me tell you, first of all, let me tell you. You know how guys say men ain't SHIT. Yeah. I feel like human beings in general ain't. Let me tell you.
Elaborate.
It's so, if it's so, first of all, the whole people pleasing thing, I feel like there's a thin line between being nice and being kind. I feel like the goal should be kind.
Be kind.
Yeah.
Right? Being nice does not necessarily help you. Someone will be like, oh, Didan, I want you to try out, let me say like eyebrow. You know how you can't just go to anyone to do your eyebrows?
Yes.
I learned that the hard way. Generally, I'm very erratic with my hair decisions. So anytime I wake up and feel like, you know what, I should cut my hair, the first salon I see that's open is where I'm going to go.
Yes.
And for me, hair, I don't really care because it doesn't grow that fast. But we have solutions such as these, right? Mm-hmm. But for the eyebrows, what are you going to do when they get it wrong? But then I could just never learn. I'll go to Mona one day, I go to some other random salon the next. And that's because the lady will be like, Nyabo, tuku. And I'll be like, you know what? She asked nicely. Let me just let her. Bruh, those things take 50 years to grow back. And then like, it does not help you. So if you apply that same analogy with everything else in your life, just saying yes and doing things simply because you're like, I just want to be nice. I didn't want to be mean to the person. But the thing is, you're hurting yourself. You're betraying yourself.
Yeah. What about those people who don't even realize that's what they're doing? That's just naturally them. I know a couple.
You see, I keep telling you guys, when you keep saying I'm just that person,
no.
what is yourself keeping you from?
They're just, like literally the example I gave you guys earlier, somebody who just comes, like they've seen Snapchat of us here. They'll leave what they were doing to come because they think they're missing out, or
for more.
And then they can't order themselves even a soda. They're waiting for us. They're feeling, it's like I have to feel pity for you, so I have to do everything for you. Or you decide to go on a trip, one time part of this trip, because you drag us down. Or when you start talking about, let's do this YouTube channel and we talk about this, and they're like, when you're motivational speak, you know what I mean? That those people there now.
Do you remember when I said people have insecurities that are built up inside.
Yes.
And they just come, they project themselves without them even knowing. Those are the kinds of people. They are too selfish about their lives that they don't see it.
So how
and
do
they
you stop
think,
it?
How do you stop it?
Because those who, because me, if I tell you, you'll think I'm being
delete, blocker.
So you don't want to help them, man? No. Blocker.
Taylor. Listen, let me tell you something.
I'll tell you 3 times. I'll tell you 3 times, my nigga.
And what you've told them. You've already helped them.
So if you do not change, the 3rd time, blocker.
Mzungu yakola block banana. Anyway, so I think that you can't save the whole world. Sometimes
you can't.
Sometimes even you yourself have a lot of work to do, and you know, obviously, if you're like slipping off the cusp, you can't really take on another person's weight because you both just fall.
Yes.
So I feel like in a bid to try and help other people, you have to make sure that you yourself are standing firm, so that you can help, you can give them your hand, and then you can pull them up as well.
In the words of Oprah Winfrey, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Fill your cup first.
Minister Jailer of the Full Gospel Church Collection plate once again. Anyway, that is very true. You really cannot pour from an empty cup. So you fill yourself up first, but also it matters what it is that you're doing to fill up yourself, right? Yeah. That's a whole topic for another day. But I think that the goal should be being kind and not being nice. They're 2 different things. Because people at the end of the day, why I say that people ain't shit, forgive me. Why I said that is because someone will be like, can you imagine? She just walked past me and just said hi once. First of all, it's my high.
You know that thing of like this?
It's my high.
It gets good.
Let me tell you, it's my high. I choose how I want to distribute it. Do you understand?
Some days I want to say hello. Some days I want to say sir.
Do you understand? Or sometimes, listen, people really make everything about themselves. And that's, I think that's the word. And that is very, I feel like in the long run, it's just detrimental to you as an individual.
Yeah.
I think that the first remedy to most of his things is to just wake up and smell the coffee. Like, just wake up and take stock of your life and look at it for what it really is. Like, you live in a place, you don't have, it's a struggle for you to go to town and come back with ease. So now, why must you leave the house every single day when you're not leaving the house to go to work? And you know, in your head you tell yourself, you know, I have to find work. If I don't go out to town, how will I eat? But the thing is, even when you go to town, you're not really looking for work. You're just looking for who to hang around so that they can pay your way. I don't know how that's instrumental.
I had a few acquaintances those days, former acquaintances, who used to go to governor because they is going to make money.
There's that type. That's their hassle.
There's that too. But you see, the kind of girls that.
But you know what I mean? How to make money?
No, please, I don't know. Elucidate.
OnlyFans? Kind of making.
Yes. Yeah, but that's
the
you know what? In as much as it's not a legitimate, people might come at me for saying this. Like, it's not your idea of a job, but the thing is, they are target workers. You know what I mean?
Yes. For how long are you going to sleep on your bed?
Let me tell you. Listen. For as long as the Barry is still looking alright, do it. But be sharp about it. Invest the money that you're making.
Remember what I was telling you
I understand it, I don't.
So if you're going to be OnlyFans, you better utilize that short span you have. You're like a model.
And invest somewhere else other than the body.
And yes.
Listen, I think that's where the problem is. They'll go to the club and do these things and look for who to hook up and whatnot. But that money that you make, first of all, is not going to last very long in your hands.
Biggest problem of
money made that way. Yeah. So if you're not going to be constructive about it, you're just going to get money this weekend, and next weekend you're going to use that same money to buy a dress for the following weekend. Makes no sense whatsoever, right?
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so now, what I'm talking about is take stock of your life. Be like, okay, so this is what I don't have. This is my situation right now. How can I leverage what I have at my disposal to help me? I have Didan, she works. I have Jayla, she works. How do I use these two to help me get out of this rut without being just relying on them? Just relying on people are always willing to help with things like information. Not everyone, but some people, that sensible people, they will not give you money to buy the bottle you want. But if you ask them how, you know what, I want to import shoes, for example, how do you think I should go about it? I can almost guarantee you 5 out of your friends, 5, let me say maybe 6 out of 10 will give you some little thing to direct you in which way to go. Like maybe check Google, this is what I found, or this is what I got, or this is what that kind of thing, right? And then eventually, baby steps. I think everyone wants to be rich right away.
There's no elevator to being wealthy. You take the steps, darling. You take the steps.
And you fall down and you go right back. You remember snakes and ladders?
Yes.
You're swallowed by the snake and you come back down and then you go back again.
Yeah. There's no elevator to.
Yeah. There's really none.
For me, I feel like at the beginning of the year, I like to do stuff with purpose. At the beginning of the year, sit down and say, what have I done the previous year?
Yeah.
What was wrong? How do I better this?
Yeah.
And then you see which friends can help me, which acquaintances may I not see in the next 3 months as I'm building. Then from there start, how have I been pleasing people? How can I stop being nice and become kind? Look at all those things before you get out of the house. And always ask yourself, must I get out every day to spend what I
money
don't
that
have?
You don't have? Yeah.
Stop pleasing people. It's okay not to go to every party. Choose a party that is worth
your time.
Your time.
Yeah.
Because your worth brings in the money.
You're worthy.
Worthy. No, you are worthy.
In a nutshell, that's what Jayla is saying. Just know you are worthy.
Yeah. Know where to hang and where not to hang.
Finally. Please, guys, and I've been asked these things so many times at work. Social media is social media. Some of us are actually given things to promote for you guys, so that you guys can see and go and buy. I don't own these things because even in me, the way I am working at it. So do not, at any moment, decide to go to Serena and buy expensive food because you want to take Snapchat. It doesn't make sense. Yet you could have used that 60 to 80 or 100K to buy your onions, your tomatoes, your meat, and cooked in your own house
for a week
and enjoyed it for a whole week.
Yeah.
Once in a while, spoil yourself. That one is allowed. Spoil yourself once in a while, but these things of doing things for social media just to keep up appearances with your so-called clique, my friend, you will suffer alone. Trust me.
And chances are you don't know where your clique gets the money from.
They will not tell.
That is not your clique.
Anyway, so that's all we had for this episode. We really just want you to do better. Even though it feels like we're shouting half of the time. We are so loud many times. We really just want you to do better, and we hope that you enjoyed this episode and you shall be back for the next episode, right? Ta-da! Peace.
No, what was it?